Got to Lover in gate 7, and away they go. Got to Lover, the blue cap is about a half a length off the first call. River Air, Victory Trip, right there Madame Defarge, Art Attack to the outside, Deep Down Rebels, one off the inside, C-Tops is on the left-hand side. At this stage they're using the entire circuit at the 800. Towards the outside, Lunar Tide. At this point in time, Sarabi's 5 off. Philadelphia Girl travels well to the inside. On the heels of Deep Down Rebel, that race is in the orange silks, 2 lengths to go. Gotcha Lovers further back, and then comes Simply Scrumptious. Towards the outside, She's a Rock Star. Deep Down Rebel to the inside, C-Tops. Philadelphia Girl goes in the orange silks. River Air down the middle. Art Attacks on the outside. Deep Down Rebel coming to the 200. River Air applies pressure. Victory Trip is trying to close in. Philadelphia Girls on the inside. River Air looking to cause the upset. Deep Down Rebel on the inside. And Victory Trip is also getting going late towards the outside. Deep Down Rebel. River Air's on the outside. It's going to get tight. Maybe River Air on the nod from Deep Down Rebel, Victory Trip and Simply Scrumptious, but this is one for the judges. Very, very close. Well, the angle is with River Air, number 13. Down the inside, Deep Down Rebel still by ahead. Deep Down Rebel, River Air is now driving down to the post. Let's see if we can separate them. Yes, River Air wins it. Deep Down Rebel second. Victory Trip third. Fourth spot. Very close. If we go back just a fraction, Simply Scrumptious or Sarabi. Then came C-Tops. So let's see if we can split them. Pink Silks of Simply Scrumptious and Sarabi closest to us. Maybe Sarabi just ahead of Simply Scrumptious. The yellow silks of number 7 might just edge out number 1 Simply Scrumptious, but we'll wait for the judges' confirmation. C-Tops further back in the running, the late scratching number 2 Crimea River. And River Air, she jumped quite well today. We heard from the Alistair Gordon team. They've been getting her to work with her at the gates, and hopefully that everything maps out. She came down the centre. Deep Down Rebel, a winner everywhere but perhaps on the post. Deep Down Rebel still in front, and River Air now starts to come forward down the centre. Running around a bit, River Air, the long shot. Victory Trips on the outside. Sarabi, here comes the post. 13, River Air by a whisker. Deep Down Rebel, Victory Trip, and perhaps Sarabi for the minor positions. He has a nice side-on shot of the last 50 metres. Deep Down Rebel still in front. Number 13, River Air, probably going to just outdo her as they hit the nod. River Air on the post the way.
Well, it's turning out to be a lovely afternoon for the stable of Alistair Gordon. We saw Monks Hood win earlier on for the yard, race number 2, and this time it's the daughter of Great Britain. Well done to Mr. Leonard and of course Highlands Farms. She's taken a bit of time out the maidens, but she hasn't been the best away at times, Alistair, at the races, which has certainly cost her dearly, but this afternoon she seemed much better.
Yeah, obviously we had a problem with her at the start. The last twice she's been left quite badly, especially the last run. And obviously you don't know what's going to happen, but I spoke to the starters today and they had a guy up waiting for her. Then we had a problem with the horse breaking through, so I was a bit worried, but she came out. But yeah, she's come down in the merit rating, and Hank's been very patient with her, and I really appreciate his support. And she's on the sale at Jongweni on Tuesday. These horses often win when they're on the sale. But she's a 2-time winner, and she's done really well, so very chuffed for everybody.
Well, the numbers in the frame, give our best to Mr. Lena, and a nice double this afternoon as well. Well played, Alistair.
Thanks very much, Dees. Thanks a lot. And thanks to Callan, top rider. He's one of the top riders in the country, and it's great to have him on a horse for us.
Fantastic. Let's get to chat to the man. We haven't seen him in this part of the world for some time, young Callan. Of course, now based in Gauteng. And what's the reason? I mean, this is where you started off. You're giving us a miss. You started off at the academy. You had so much success as a young man, and you've forgotten about us.
No, not at all. Look, I'm happy to travel here whenever I can, and hopefully I can do it more in the future. Robert asked me to come up for him this meeting, and I was very happy to do it. And Mr. Gordon threw me a bone on this filly, and must just say a huge thanks to the guys at the start. She's a little bit difficult in the gates, but they did a really good job and got us to jump on terms today.
How did things work out for you? At one stage, I had a look, you seem to be traveling well throughout.
Yeah, look, once she got a good break, I was always confident she was going to get a good run through, and I was able to hold on to her. And look, it was a sort of a minefield sort of race where anything could have won it. And when she jumped well and travelled with the low mass, I always knew she would finish off well, and that she did. She was very game.
That other filly seemed to have your measure all the while, but over the last 50.
Yeah, look, the last bit, this filly dug down really deep, and all credit to Mr. Gordon and his whole team back at home. They do a great job, and I'm very grateful to get the opportunity. They had this filly well enough to get down at the right time today.
Well, we'd have had a chat with Robert, of course, for Calden's Best Promise. Anything that in particular they brought you down for, or just needed a rider?
Look, I'm not 100% sure what, maybe the filly out the maidens, but I think they're just sort of being tested today, and let's hope they can run well.
How's the season been thus far for you, young man?
Yeah, look, I've had a fantastic season. I certainly can't complain. Had a little bit of a quiet start to the year after the suspension, but glad to get the ball back rolling.
It's amazing how time flies. I remember chatting to you as a little young man, and now you're as tall as me, Callan, and you've been to Hong Kong as well. You've had the last few years or so, a lot of experience traveling and getting stronger and more confident as well in the irons.
Yeah, look, I haven't forgotten my roots. Had my first ride here. I was actually watching one of my first replays coming here, and quite funny to see how things have changed. But I'm just very glad I've got the support to help me mature as a rider to who I am today.
Well, nice having you in town, and hopefully we see much more of you in meetings to come. Well done, here, Callan.
Thank you very much. I just want to say a huge thanks to Mr. Lehner and to AYRE for their great sponsorship.
Fantastic, well done.
Thank you, and just to my friend Tristan, who looked after me and drove me here today. Thanks to you. Cheers.
Lovely. Tristan, you've done a fine job getting the jockey to the course. Number 13, River Air, has come through to win. 13, 6, 9 and 7. That's the way they crossed the line, race number 4.